My girlfriend said, "Stop being so dramatic, it's just flirting." When I saw her giving her number to a guy, I said, "You're right, I am being dramatic." Then I did something so dramatic it made her sob to her friends. What I did next. I, 27 male, was at a bar with my girlfriend Chloe, 25, last Friday night. We'd been together for 2 years, living together for 8 months. It was supposed to be a chill night out with her friends. I came back from the bathroom to find her at the bar with some guy. Not just talking, she was writing her number on a napkin, doing that hair twirl thing, laughing at whatever he was saying. I walked up just as she handed it over. Me, what's going on? "Oh, hey babe. This is..." "Sorry, what was your name again?" "Trevor." Trevor looked between us, clearly confused. "This your boyfriend?" "Yeah, this is my dramatic boyfriend." Me, "You just gave him your number." "So? We were just talking about fitness stuff. He might join my gym." The napkin with her number was still in his hand. She'd drawn a little heart next to it. "A heart? For gym stuff?" Rolling her eyed. "Stop being so dramatic. It's just flirting. It doesn't mean anything." I'm gonna go." He left, still holding the napkin. Chloe turned to me, annoyed. "Great, now you scared him off. You gave another man your number, while I was here, with a heart. You're being so insecure. It's harmless flirting, every girl does it, it's like, good for self-esteem or whatever." "You're right, I am being dramatic." "Finally, see, no big deal." "No, you're absolutely right, I'm being very dramatic." She smiled, thinking she'd won, ordered another drink, went back to her friends like nothing happened. I sat there for maybe 5 minutes, thinking, she wanted to call me dramatic? Cool, let me show her dramatic. Pulled out my phone, opened our apartment hunting app. We'd been looking to upgrade to a bigger place. Canceled all our scheduled viewings. Every single one. Then opened my laptop. Yeah, I brought it to the bar, was gonna work on some code later. Logged into our Wi-Fi account. We'd just upgraded to the premium fiber package. In my name, of course. Scheduled a cancellation for Monday. Let her enjoy that 5 Mbps basic package. Her Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, all on my accounts. Logged into each one, removed her profile, changed passwords. She was still laughing with her friends, occasionally glancing over to make sure I was still there. Probably thought I was sulking. Nah, I was planning. Opened my calendar. We had Taylor Swift tickets next month. Early birthday present for her. Cost me $800 for decent seats. Screenshot the tickets, posted them on a resale site. Price to sell quick. Her friend Megan came over. "Megan, Chloe says you're being pouty about some guy?" "Not at all, just handling some life admin." "She's just naturally friendly, you know?" "Totally get it." "Hey, you still looking for concert tickets?" "Always, why?" "Check StubHub in about 10 minutes. She looked confused but wandered back to the group. Next, I texted my buddy Dave, who worked at the luxury car dealership. Chloe had been begging me to co-sign for a new BMW. Had an appointment next week. Me, "Hey man, need to cancel that appointment Tuesday, not moving forward with the car." "All good. Saved you some money anyway, lol." Within 20 minutes, the ticket sold. Got a notification. $750, slight loss, but worth it. Chloe came over, drunk and handsy. "Bab, stop being moody, come dance." "Not moody at all. Actually, I'm in a great mood." "Good. Because I love you, even when you're dramatic." "Me, love you too. Hey, remember you wanted to host your birthday party at the apartment next month?" "Yeah, gonna be epic. Might want to start looking for a new venue." "What? Why?" "Just trust me on this one." She laughed, thinking I was joking, dragged me to the dance floor. I played along. Why not? Last dance and all that. 2 a.m., we Ubered home. She passed out immediately. I stayed up, had work to do, started with the practical stuff. We'd been saving for a vacation, separate savings accounts, but I'd been putting in 80% because she was between jobs. She worked part-time at a boutique. Transferred my portion out, left her the $400 she'd contributed over 6 months. Then got creative. See, Chloe was an Instagram influencer wannabe. Had about 3K followers, posted daily. I'd been her photographer, editor, and social media strategist. Set up her ring light, edited her pics, even wrote captions. Logged into my Google Drive. Every photo I'd taken of her, thousands of high-quality shots, moved to a private folder. Her phone auto-backed up to my cloud storage. Removed her access. By 4 a.m. I'd packed a bag. just essentials. Crashed on the couch. Saturday morning, she woke up hungover and confused. Chloe, why is the Wi-Fi so slow? Me, must be an issue. I'll look into it. And why can't I find my Netflix profile? Me, weird. Technology, right? She was too hungover to investigate. Made her breakfast, eggs, bacon, the works. She scrolled through her phone while eating. Clabe, where are all my photos? My Instagram drafts are gone. That's strange. Maybe check your storage? It says I don't have access to the backup? Technical difficulties everywhere today. She started to catch on that something was wrong. Then her phone rang. Megan. Hey girl, what? Taylor Swift tickets. Where? What? She stared at me across the table. You sold my birthday tickets? My tickets. That I bought. Yeah. What is wrong with you? Because of last night? You said I was being dramatic. So I'm being dramatic. This is psychotic, over harmless flirting. If it's harmless, why are you upset? She started rage crying, called her mom, her sister, her entire friend group, put me on blast in the group chat. He's lost his mind, sold my Taylor Swift tickets. Canceled our apartment viewings, being psycho about nothing. Her mom called me. Mom, what's this about you punishing Chloe? Me, not punishment, just being dramatic, like she said. Over what? Me, she gave her number to a guy at a bar, with a heart, called it harmless flirting. Oh, pause. Well, that's not appropriate. Even her mom got it. By Saturday afternoon, Chloe was in full meltdown mode. That's when she discovered the BMW cancellation. Chloe, you canceled my car? Me, my cosign, my credit, my decision. I need that car. How am I supposed to get to work? Same way you do now. Your 2015 Honda runs fine. I can't show up to influencer events in a Honda. Then maybe get a real job that pays for a BMW. She threw a glass at the wall. It shattered. I took a photo. That's coming out of your deposit. Update 1. The nuclear meltdown Saturday night. Chloe went nuclear. Started posting on social media about her abusive boyfriend who was financially controlling her. Carefully edited story, of course. Left out the whole giving her number to random guys part. Her followers ate it up. Comments flooded in. Queen, you deserve better. He sounds toxic AF. Financial abuse is real abuse. I didn't respond. Just screenshot everything. Especially the parts where she admitted in the comments that yes, she did give a guy her number, but it meant nothing and I was overreacting. Even some of her followers called her out. Wait, you gave another guy your number while in a relationship? That's cheating, sis. Maybe he has a point. She deleted those comments. But I'd already grabbed screenshots. Sunday morning, she tried a new approach. Woke up to her straddling me, wearing lingerie I'd bought her for Valentine's. Chloe, baby, I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have flirted. Let me make it up to you. I'm good, thanks. Come on, don't you miss this? Not really. Actually, I need you to get off me. I have packing to do. She jumped up. Packing? For what? Me, I'm moving out. What? You can't. The lease is month to month now, remember? We switched it last month because you wanted flexibility. Her face went white. She'd insisted on month to month so we could upgrade whenever. Now it was biting her in the ass. Where are you going? Got a place lined up. Moving in Wednesday. Wednesday? You can't leave me with this rent. Me, you said every girl flirts. I'm sure one of those guys you flirt with can help with rent. This is insane. Over one guy? Mio, it's not just one guy, is it? Pulled up my phone. See, when she was passed out Friday night, her phone kept lighting up. Messages. From different guys. I didn't go through her phone, didn't need to. The preview notifications told the whole story. Miss you, beautiful. Jake, last night was fun. Do it again? Alex, your boyfriend seems chill with sharing lol. Marcus. Showed her the photos I'd taken of her notification screen. Me. Harmless flirting with how many guys exactly? She snatched my phone, tried to delete the photos. I'd already backed them up. Chloe. Those are just friends. Friends who miss you and want to hang out at 2 a.m.? She broke down. Not sorry tears. Angry tears. How dare you catch me tears. You went through my phone? Nope. Just photographed the notifications you left visible. Big difference. Monday came. The Wi-Fi downgrade hit. She tried to do a live stream for her followers, kept buffering and crashing. What did you do to the internet? We downgraded to basic. The premium was in my name, so I need fast internet for my career. Then pay for it with your career money. She tried to upgrade it herself, needed my account info, didn't have it. Tuesday, I took the day off work, moved my stuff while she was at her part-time job. Took everything I'd paid for, TV sound system, coffee maker, air fryer, that expensive ring light she used for content. Left her stuff. Her furniture, her clothes, her Honda. Fair's fair. Also left something else, a printed spreadsheet. Every expense I'd covered for her in 2 years. Rent portions, utilities, dinners, gifts, trips, her gym membership, her supplements, her car insurance. Total, $47,832. At the bottom, I wrote, "This was my dramatic investment in someone who thinks giving her number to random guys is harmless. Consider this my dramatic exit." Her text started at 3 p.m. "Where is everything? You robbed me. The TV is gone. My ring light. I'm calling the cops." Me call them. I have receipts for everything I took, all purchased by me, before we lived together or with my personal funds. This is theft. It's dramatic, remember? Like you wanted. Update 2. The Desperation Games. By Wednesday, reality hit Chloe like a freight train. She couldn't afford the apartment alone. Her influencer career made maybe $200 a month from sporadic sponsorships. The boutique paid minimum wage for 20 hours a week. She did what any entitled person does, tried to manipulate everyone around her. First, she hit up those guys she'd been harmlessly flirting with. Jake ghosted her when she asked to crash at his place. Alex offered her a friends with benefits arrangement. No financial benefits. Marcus turned out he was married. Blocked her immediately. Trevor from the bar never even texted her. Funny how harmless flirting guys disappear when you need actual help. Next, she tried her friend group, posted in their chat about needing a roommate ASAP. The same friends who'd been hyping her up about me being controlling suddenly had excuses. "Sorry babe, no space. Wish I could help, but maybe try Craigslist." Her best friend Ashley actually called me. "Ashley, hey, just wanted you to know, I think Chloe was out of line. That wasn't cool, the number thing." Thanks. Figured her friends would take her side. Some are. But she does this a lot. Flirts with everyone's boyfriends, then claims it's innocent. We're kind of over it. Interesting. Plot thickening. Thursday, Chloe tried the nuclear option. Her dad. He called me, trying to mediate. "Son, I heard you're having issues with Chloe." "No issues. We're broken up. I moved out. Over a misunderstanding?" "She gave multiple guys her number while we were together. That's not a misunderstanding." "Multiple?" "At least 4 that I know of." Long pause. "I see. Well, she's asking me to cover her rent. That's between you two." "Thing is, I've been helping her for years. Thought she was finally becoming independent with you." "She was never independent, just changed whose wallet she was using." "Yeah, I'm starting to see that." He didn't pay her rent. Friday, she went scorched earth. Posted a TikTok about recognizing financial abuse. Showed the empty apartment, the missing TV, the spreadsheet I'd left. He itemized every penny he spent on me. This is toxic masculinity. This is abuse. The comments didn't go how she expected. "Girl, he paid $48K for you in 2 years? And you're complaining? So you cheated and he left? That's not abuse." The delusion is real. Team ex-boyfriend, honestly. She deleted it after an hour, but the internet is forever. Someone reposted it to Twitter with commentary. Went mini viral as an example of entitled girlfriend shocked by consequences. Saturday, the landlord called me. Landlord, "Hey, your ex is saying you abandoned the lease?" Me, "We're month to month. I gave notice. She knows this." Landlord, "She can't qualify for the apartment solo. Income requirements." Me, "That's unfortunate for her. I need her out by end of month if she can't anymore." Texted Chloe the landlord's message. Her response was unhinged. "You're making me homeless. Over nothing. I hate you. You ruined my life." Me, "You ruined your own life. I just stopped subsidizing it." Final update, the beautiful karma. 3 weeks later, the full story came out through mutual friends. Chloe had been harmlessly flirting our entire relationship. Not just random guys at bars, her coworkers, my friends, guys at her gym, her Instagram followers. She had a whole system. Give them just enough attention to keep them interested, collect the validation, then play innocent if caught. One of my boys, Jerome, finally admitted she'd hit on him at my birthday party 6 months ago. Jerome, She cornered me in the kitchen, said you guys were basically open, and tried to kiss me. I shut it down and left. Should have told you, man. My bad. Me, all good. I know now. The lease situation forced Chloe to move back with her parents 2 hours away. The same parents she'd spent years calling toxic and controlling. Turns out they just expected her to work and pay bills. Her Instagram career tanked. Hard to be a lifestyle influencer when your lifestyle is your childhood bedroom. Lost over half her followers when she couldn't post her usual content. No ring light, no photographer, me, no fancy apartment backdrop. The boutique let her go when she couldn't make shifts due to the commute. So now she was unemployed, living with parents, and her harmless flirting network had evaporated. But the best karma? Remember Trevor from the bar? Ran into him at a coffee shop last week. Hey, you're Chloe's ex, right? Yeah, that's me. Bro, I'm sorry about that night. I didn't know she had a boyfriend till you showed up. No worries, not your fault. She actually texted me like 50 times after. Got real weird. Talking about moving in together and me taking care of her, I had to block her. Dodged a bullet there. For real. Oh, and that gym thing? Total lie. She asked what I did, I said I worked out, and suddenly she needed a trainer. I'm an accountant, man. We both laughed. Even her lies to me were lies. Last I heard, Chloe was working at a call center, still living at home, dating some guy she met on Tinder who thinks her ex was psycho for not accepting her free spirit. Good luck to him. Hope he's got $48K to spare. Me, I'm great. New apartment, smaller, but it's mine. No drama, no lies, no harmless flirting. Started dating a woman from my climbing gym. She's an engineer, pays her own bills, and when a guy hit on her last week, she shut it down immediately and told me about it. Some creep at the coffee shop asked for my number, told him I have a boyfriend and to get lost. People are so disrespectful. That's what a partner does. Not give out their number with hearts and call you dramatic for caring. Looking back, Chloe was right about one thing. I was being dramatic. Dramatically smart to leave, dramatically justified in taking my stuff, dramatically better off without her. She wanted dramatic? I gave her a whole theater production. And the finale? Her sobbing to friends about being abandoned, while the reality was she destroyed a good relationship for the validation of random men who didn't give a damn about her when she needed them. The spreadsheet was petty? Maybe. But sometimes petty is pretty when someone's been using you as a wallet while shopping for your replacement. $47,832. That's what 2 years of harmless flirting cost me. Walking away? Priceless. My girlfriend said, "You're not intellectual enough for me. I need mental stimulation." I replied, "I understand." Then I stopped writing her graduate papers for her. Her professor's plagiarism investigation started when her writing quality suddenly dropped to failing. Original post: I, 32 male, met Jessica, 29, at a coffee shop near the University District about 2 years ago. She was reading Proust. I was grading papers. I teach high school history. She made some comment about how refreshing it was to see someone still reading physical books. We hit it off. Jessica was in her second year of her PhD in comparative literature. Brilliant conversationalist when she wanted to be. Could quote Derrida and Foucault like breathing. Made me feel like I was dating someone way out of my intellectual league, which she subtly reminded me of, constantly. It's sweet how you try to understand my work. Not everyone can grasp post-structuralist theory. Don't feel bad. Your job must be so relaxing just teaching basic history to teenagers. I let it slide because, honestly, I was infatuated. She was gorgeous, sophisticated, and when she wasn't being condescending, genuinely fun to be around. About 6 months in, she started asking for help with her papers. Started innocent enough. Proofreading, checking grammar. I'm a decent writer. Been published in a few history journals, nothing fancy. But then the requests escalated. Can you just rewrite this introduction? You're better at making things clear. This argument section needs work. Can you strengthen it? Eventually, I was writing entire papers. 20, 30-page analyses of obscure French philosophers I'd never heard of before meeting her. I'd spend my weekends researching, writing while she went to study groups, which I later learned were wine nights with her cohort. The thing is, I actually enjoyed it at first. I love research, love writing, and seeing her get praised for her work made me happy. Her advisor, Professor Whitfield, called her papers exceptional and publishable. She'd come home glowing, sometimes even thanking me, in her way. "You're so good at translating my complex ideas into readable prose." Translation: I was writing the whole damn thing. Fast forward to 3 weeks ago. We're at dinner with her PhD friends. They're discussing Baudrillard's concept of hyperreality. I'd literally written a paper on this for her the month before. I made a comment, trying to contribute. Jessica laughed. Not a cute laugh. A dismissive, embarrassed laugh. "Oh, Derek's trying to engage with theory again. It's adorable." Her friend Nathaniel smirked. "It's nice that you try to understand Jessica's world." That's when Jessica delivered the killing blow. "Honestly, sometimes I need more intellectual stimulation. Derek's sweet, but he's just not on my level. I need someone who can challenge me mentally, you know?" The table went quiet. Even her pretentious friends looked uncomfortable. I excused myself, went to the bathroom, stared at myself in the mirror. 3 thoughts. 1. I'd been writing her papers for 18 months. 2. Those papers were getting her through her PhD. 3. She just called me intellectually inadequate in public. I went back to the table, smiled, finished dinner. When we got home, she acted like nothing happened. Even asked if I could look at her latest paper on Deleuze that was due Monday. "Sure," I said. "Send it over." She sent me her usual outline, basically just the assignment prompt and some random quotes she'd copied from somewhere. I opened a new document, then stopped. Closed my laptop. Sunday night. "Where's the edited paper?" "Didn't get to it," I said. "You should be fine with what you have." She submitted her own work for the first time in over a year. Update 1, 5 days later. Holy crap, this escalated fast. Got a text from Jessica Tuesday afternoon while I was teaching. Just, "Urgent, call me now." I didn't call. Checked my phone after school. 14 missed calls, 32 texts. They started angry, got desperate, ended with threats. "My advisor wants to see me about the paper. He says it doesn't match my usual work. This is your fault. You have to help me explain this. Derek, I'm serious. This could ruin my career. If you ever loved me, you'll help. I'll tell everyone you've been writing my papers." That last one made me laugh. "Yeah, please do tell everyone that." She was waiting at my apartment when I got home, puffy-eyed, mascara everywhere. The power dynamic had completely flipped. Professor Whitfield thinks something's wrong. He says my latest paper reads like you wrote it? I suggested. "This isn't funny." He wants to meet with me and the department chair. He used the word inconsistencies. "Derek, you have to help me." "How?" "Write a better paper. Tell him you were sick, and I was stressed, and that's why the quality dropped. Something. So you want me to help you lie to your advisor about academic fraud? It's not fraud. They're my ideas. You just help articulate them." I pulled out my laptop, showed her my folder, titled Jessica's Papers. Every single paper I'd written for her, with my research notes, rough drafts, revision history, timestamps showing I'd spent 20 to 30 hours on each one. "These aren't your ideas, Jess. I researched, argued, and wrote these. You contributed assignment prompts." Her face went white. You kept everything?" "I'm a history teacher. Documentation is kind of my thing." "What are you going to do with those?" "Nothing. They're my insurance policy." "You want to threaten me? Go ahead. But we both know who actually earned your grades." She tried tears, anger, seduction. That was particularly pathetic. Then finally rage. "You're destroying my life over one comment. I'm sorry I said you weren't intellectual enough, okay? Is that what you want to hear? Nope. I want you to handle your own academic career, like an actual PhD candidate should." She slammed the door so hard my neighbor texted asking if everything was okay. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, she sent her friend Marcus to talk sense into me. Dude showed up at my school, during school hours. "Marcus, you need to help Jessica. She's going to lose her position." "That's unfortunate." "You don't understand. She's told everyone you two are an intellectual partnership. If she goes down, she's taking you with her." "I'm a high school teacher who helped his girlfriend cheat. I'll get dumped and maybe scolded. She's committing academic fraud at the doctoral level. She'll get expelled. Who do you think has more to lose?" He left after calling me pathetic and vindictive. Rich, coming from someone defending academic fraud. Update 2, 2 weeks later. The entitlement has reached astronomical levels. Jessica's academic review was last Thursday. Based on the aftermath, it didn't go well. How do I know? Because her entire support network has been harassing me for 2 weeks. It started with her mom, Diane. This woman, who I'd had dinner with dozens of times, called me at work. "Diane, how dare you sabotage my daughter's education?" She sabotaged herself when she decided to submit work she didn't write. You were supposed to support her. That's what partners do. Support doesn't mean doing someone's job for them. She's gonna lose everything because of your ego. She's losing everything because she committed fraud. That's on her. She threatened to sue me for emotional damages and sabotage. I forwarded the call recording, single-party consent state, perfectly legal, to my buddy who's a lawyer. He laughed and said to keep documenting everything. Then came the social media campaign. Jessica posted this sob story about her abusive ex who manipulated her work and gaslit her into dependency. She actually claimed I forced her to use my writing, that I was controlling and wouldn't let her submit her own work. The comments were wild, people calling me a predator, saying I deliberately sabotaged a brilliant woman, etc. I didn't respond publicly. Instead, I sent screenshots to my lawyer friend. He drafted a cease and desist letter regarding defamation. Suddenly, the posts disappeared. But the best part? Professor Whitfield reached out to me directly. Email summary. Mr. Brennan, I'm aware you've been in a relationship with Jessica. I'm also aware of certain claims she's made regarding her academic work. Without asking you to incriminate yourself, I'd appreciate any clarity you can provide regarding her recent paper's significant departure from her established writing patterns. I responded carefully. Professor, Jessica has always been responsible for her own academic submissions. I cannot speak to her writing process or any changes in her work quality. He replied, understood. For what it's worth, her recent submission showed a writing level consistent with an undergraduate, not a third-year PhD candidate. The committee has concerns about all her previous work now. Turns out, when they asked Jessica to reproduce her analysis of Foucault's Discipline and Punish in person, she couldn't even explain the basic premise. When asked to discuss her own paper's argument about biopower, she fumbled completely. They're reviewing everything. Every paper, every submission. And here's the kicker. They want her to do a supervised writing exercise. In person. No notes, just her and a prompt. Jessica called me drunk at 2 a.m. Saturday. They're making me write in front of them. Like I'm a child. This is your fault. You have a PhD in literature. Writing should be easy. You know I can't. You know, I need time to formulate my ideas properly. You mean you need time to have someone else formulate them? I'm gonna lose my stipend, my apartment, everything. Are you happy? I'm indifferent. This is consequences meeting actions. You're a monster. I loved you. You loved what I did for you. There's a difference. She hung up. Haven't heard from her since, but her friend Nathaniel, remember him from the dinner? Sent me a long message about how I'm perpetuating violence against women in academia and weaponizing my privilege to destroy a brilliant feminist scholar. My response? Nathaniel, she called me intellectually inferior while I was ghostwriting her doctorate. Die mad about it. He blocked me. Victory. Update 3, 1 month later. The situation has completely imploded, and the entitlement attempts have been breathtaking. First, the supervised writing exercise results. Jessica failed spectacularly. The prompt was to analyze a passage from Derrida, literally her supposed specialty. She produced what Professor Whitfield described in his report as undergraduate-level work at best, showing fundamental misunderstanding of basic theoretical concepts. The university launched a formal investigation. They ran her previous papers through some advanced plagiarism software, but of course found nothing, because I wrote them from scratch. But they also did something clever: linguistic analysis. Turns out, writing styles are like fingerprints. Her recent paper's style was completely different from everything else she'd submitted. While this investigation was ongoing, Jessica went nuclear on trying to save herself. She tried to submit proof that she wrote all her papers. What was this proof? Backdated Google Docs she'd created, copying my work and changing the creation dates. One small problem. Metadata doesn't lie. The university IT department confirmed all these documents were created after the investigation started. But here's where it gets good. She didn't just copy the final papers, she somehow got into my cloud storage, we'd shared passwords back when I trusted her, and downloaded all my rough drafts, notes, and research. Then tried to pass them off as hers. I only found out because Google sent me security alerts about logins from new devices. When I checked, she'd downloaded everything. I immediately changed all passwords and enabled two-factor authentication. Then I did something perhaps petty, but absolutely necessary. I sent Professor Whitfield screenshots showing the access logs. Downloads from her IP address, timestamps of exactly when she accessed my files, all dated after the investigation began. This is where it got legally problematic for her. Jessica's father, Richard, reached out. Richard's a successful real estate developer, money to burn. Richard, Derek, let's be reasonable men here. My daughter made mistakes, but her entire future is at stake. Me, okay? I'm prepared to offer you $50,000 to write a statement saying you two collaborated on papers together. As equals. Academic partnership between lovers, nothing wrong with that. Are you attempting to bribe me to lie to a university investigation? Richard, I'm offering compensation for your time and trouble. I'm recording this call just so you know. Click. I immediately forwarded the recording to my lawyer and, after his advice, to the university's investigation committee. Attempting to bribe witnesses in an academic fraud investigation? That escalated things from internal review to potential criminal territory. When bribery failed, Jessica tried to burn my life down. She 1. Called my principal claiming I was grooming students by helping them with essays, the same thing literally every teacher does. 2. Left reviews on my school's Facebook page calling me dangerous and manipulative. 3. Contacted my ex-girlfriend from 3 years ago trying to dig up dirt. 4. Filed a police report claiming I hacked her computer when she gave me her passwords. Fortunately, I'd been documenting everything. My principal, who'd already heard about the situation through teacher gossip, basically laughed off her complaints. The police took one look at her hacking claim, saw she'd voluntarily shared passwords, and closed the case. My ex actually texted me, "Your current GF seems psycho. Glad you're handling it. Also, she offered me money to lie about you. WTF. I'd held back on something major, hoping it wouldn't be necessary. But when she tried to get me fired, gloves came off." See, Jessica hadn't just cheated on her PhD work. I'd also written her master's thesis. Yeah, the entire thing. 2 years before we even started dating her PhD, she was struggling with her MA thesis. I helped her then too, thinking I was being supportive. I'd kept everything: research, drafts, sources, even email exchanges where she basically admitted she couldn't write it herself. I compiled everything into a single PDF, 247 pages of evidence showing I'd written her master's thesis and at least 15 PhD-level papers. Every draft, every revision, every timestamp. I sent it to the university's Academic Integrity Board with a simple note. I believe this information may be relevant to your investigation of Miss Jessica Holloway. Final update. The fallout was swift and complete. Jessica was expelled from the PhD program, not suspended, not put on probation, expelled. The university also revoked her master's degree after reviewing my evidence. 6 years of supposed academic achievement, gone. She tried to appeal, claiming mental health issues, stress, even tried to say I was abusive, and forced her to use my work. The committee apparently told her that even if that were true, which they didn't believe, it wouldn't excuse 6 years of academic fraud. The day after the expulsion was finalized, I got a call from an unknown number. It was Jessica, calling from her friend's phone. "Jessica, I hope you're happy. You've destroyed my entire life." Me, you destroyed your own life when you chose to fake your way through grad school. I could have been a brilliant scholar if you hadn't. If I hadn't what? Stopped doing your work for you? You knew I struggled with writing. You knew I needed help. There's help, and there's fraud. You chose fraud. I have $120,000 in student loans for degrees I don't have anymore. My parents won't talk to me. I can't get a job because this is on my academic record. Should have thought about that before calling me intellectually inferior at dinner. That's what this is about? Your fragile male ego? No, it's about you being a fraud who got caught. The dinner was just the wake-up call I needed. She went on a rant about how I'm a mediocre high school teacher, who couldn't handle dating someone superior. I hung up mid-sentence. Richard, her father, tried to sue me for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. My lawyer countersued for the attempted bribery. He dropped his suit immediately. Diane, her mother, sent me a long email about how I should have protected Jessica from herself, how a real man would have continued supporting her. I didn't reply. Several of Jessica's PhD friends, including Nathaniel, are apparently under investigation now too. Turns out the department is reviewing everyone's work for potential fraud. Nathaniel's advisor found inconsistencies in his work as well. The whole program is in chaos. Jessica moved back to her hometown. Last I heard through mutual friends, she's working at her uncle's insurance company, doing data entry. She apparently tells people she left academia because it was too political. Professor Whitfield actually sent me a final email. Mr. Brennan, while I cannot comment on specific cases, I want you to know that academic integrity is the foundation of scholarship. Those who violate it, and those who enable such violations, have no place in academia. I hope you understand that your actions, though difficult, were correct. Still teaching high school. Actually got a small raise after one of my students won a state essay competition that they actually wrote themselves. My principal, who knows the whole story, jokes that I should offer college application essay services since I'm apparently good at academic writing. I've started dating again. Nothing serious yet. Made it very clear to the woman I'm seeing that I value honesty and self-sufficiency. She's an engineer who laughs at the story and says, "Why would anyone want someone else to do their work? The whole point is learning." Exactly. Sometimes I wonder if I went too far, if I should have just broken up with her and moved on. But then I remember her smug face at that dinner, calling me intellectually inadequate while her entire academic career rested on my work. I remember her friends smirking, her condescension, her absolute certainty that she was my superior. She wanted intellectual stimulation? She got it. Just not the kind she expected. The funniest part? I still have academics citing her papers in their work, papers that I wrote. There's something poetically just about that. Her name might be on them, but everyone who matters knows the truth now. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, document everything. Don't let anyone make you feel inferior while they're using you. And when someone shows you who they really are, believe them the first time. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Did I enjoy watching her academic career implode? More than I probably should have. Am I the villain in her story? Definitely. Do I care? Not even a little. The thing about calling someone intellectually inferior is that you better make damn sure you can back it up. Jessica couldn't. She built her entire identity on a foundation of my work, then insulted the very person holding her up. That's not just entitlement, that's stupidity. And frankly, that's the most intellectually inferior move I can imagine. Guess I provided that mental stimulation after all. Just not how she wanted it.